So good afternoon all of you. Welcome back to the online math class. So you know that already the syllabus is completed and your exam is coming soon. So I am just discussing about the question pattern. Do you know about the question pattern? It will be same with the class 12. Same question pattern will be followed with class 12. Do you know the question pattern? I am just telling you the question pattern. Okay. Same with the class 12. Same will be followed. First of all, maximum marks, you know that. Maximum marks, that is 80. That will be broken into two parts, that is part A and part B. Okay. Can you see the board properly? Can you see the board properly? Respond me? Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, part A that carries 24 marks and part B that carries 56 marks. Okay. Part A that is 24 marks and part B that is 56 marks. Now, part A has objective type of question and part B has descriptive type of question. Okay. And in the both portion there will be internal choices, you know that internal choices will be there. Now part A, that is the objective type of question, there will be two sections, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 that consists of 16 very short question answer type of question, very short answer type of question. So here VSA, 16 VSA question will be there in section 1, and in section 2 there will be two case study based question, case study based question, two case study based question. That means some information, some diagram that will be given to you. Okay. Two case study based question. Each case study comprises of 5 case based MCQs. 5 case based MCQs, and an examinee is to attempt any 4 out of 5 MCQ. Okay. So 4 MCQs from the first case study based question and then another 4 MCQs from the second case study based question, total 8 marks. Have you understand this portion, section 2, what I am saying? 2 case study based question and each comprises with 5 MCQs. Now you have to do 4 out of 5 MCQ, 4 out of 5 plus 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5 from the first one and 4 out of 5 from the second one, total 8 marks. So 16 plus 8, that is 24 marks, that is part A. Part A is done. Is it clear the part A? Is it clear the part A? Respond me who are doing the class. Is it clear the part A portion? Okay, now move on to the part B portion. There will be 3 sections, section 3, section 4, section 5. Section 3, section 3, section 4 and section 5. In section 3, 10 question of 2 marks. So 10 into 2, 10 question of 2 marks. 10 into 2. In section 3, there will be 10 question of 2 marks. So 10 into 2, that means 20 marks. In section 4, 7 questions of 3 marks. 7 into 3. Okay. And in section 5, 3 questions of 5 marks. 3 questions of 5 marks. So section 3, 10 question of 2 marks. Section 4, 7 question of 3 marks. Section 5, that is 3 questions of 5 marks each. Total 15 marks. So 20 plus 21 plus 15, that is 56. Now is it clear? Is it clear? There will be internal choices, no external choices. Only the internal choices will be there. Is it clear the question format? Any question regarding the question format? Any question regarding the question format? Is it clear the question format? Respond me who are doing the class. Okay. Now I am erasing the board. So now let's do some practice. I am giving you some problems. You just try to solve it and respond me. Okay. From where MCQs? Anubhav? MCQs only from the case study based question. First 16 questions are VSA type of question, not MCQ. MCQs will be only on the case study based question. There will be 5 questions for each case study based question. You have to do 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 from the first one and then 4 out of 5 from the second one. So total MCQs, that will be from case study based question. But first 16 question will be VSA type of question. Is it alright, the question pattern? Any question regarding the question pattern? Is there any question regarding the question pattern? Okay. Now I am giving you some problem. Try to do it. Try to do it. If NPR, that is equals to 840 and NCR, that is equals to 35, then find the value of R. NPR and NCR, that is given to you. You have to find the value of R. Try to do it. Very easy one. Try to do it. I am waiting. What is the relation between NCR and NPR? Do you know? NPR equals to NCR into R factorial. So 840 equals to 35 into R factorial. So R factorial equals to 840 by 35. Simplify it. 24. So r factorial equals to 4 factorial. So r equals to 4, isn't it? Isn't it? Respond me who are doing the class. Respond me who are doing the class. Jilam, Anubhav, respond me. You solve it in your copy and then respond me. Can I move on to the next one? Okay. Let R be a relation on n set of all natural numbers defined by x plus 2y equals to 8. Then find the domain of R. Find domain of R. R means the relation. It's defined on natural numbers, that is x plus 2y equals to 8. Find the domain of R. Domain means the x. Dom-R means containing the x such that the order pair x comma y belongs to R. Okay. Now here both x and y both belongs to the natural numbers. Now here y equals to 8 minus x by 2. Now whenever you put x equals to 1, then y equals to y equals to 7 by 2, that is not belongs to natural numbers. So 1 is not in the domain. Whenever you put, just put it here, whenever you put x equals to 2, it will be 8 minus 2 by 2, that means 6 by 2, that means 3. Okay. So 2 comma 3 belongs to the relation. So 2 is in the domain. Have you got it? What I am saying, the first one? Have you got it? Now put x equals to 3. It will give you 8 minus 3, that means 5 by 2. That is not a natural number, not belongs to n. So 3 will not in the domain. Now put 4, 8 minus 4, that is 4 by 2, 2. That is a natural number. So 4 is in the domain. Now whenever you put 5, 8 minus 5, that will give you 3 by 2. That is not a natural number. So not in the domain. Now put 6, 8 minus 6, that means 2, 2 by 2, 1 is a natural number. So 6 in the domain. Now whenever you put 7, that will give you 8 minus 7, that is 1 by 2, not a natural number. Whenever you put 8, that is 8 minus 8, 0, not a natural number. Now whenever you put more than 8, it will give always the negative number, negative rational numbers you will get. Sometimes you get negative natural numbers, okay, but negative rational numbers, okay, that is called also the negative integers, but you can't get the natural numbers, that is the positive integers. So the domain of R will be only 2 comma 4 comma 6. Very good question. Is it all right? Any queries regarding this question? Very good question, very important one. This type of question is important one. Any queries regarding this one? Is it clear, the explanation? Okay. So move on to the next one. Move on to the next question. The greatest and least value of, find the greatest and least value of sin x into cos x. Greatest and least value of sin x into cos x. Can you do it? I think you can do it. We know that minus 1 less equals to sin 2x less equals to 1. So minus 1 less equals to 2 sin x cos x less equals to 1. Now divide both sides by 2. So minus 1 by 2 less equals to sin x cos x less equals to 1 by 2. So the greatest value is 1 by 2 and the least value is minus 1 by 2. Is it all right? Is it all right? Is it all right? Okay. Move on to the next one, that is from limit. Evaluate limit lim x tends to 0 x plus 1 to the power 5 minus 1 by x. Put here, just put it h equals to x plus 1. So since x tends to 0, so h tends to 1. That means it will be limit h tends to 1 here it will be x plus 1. Okay. So limit h tends to 1 h to the power 5 minus 1 by h minus 1, isn't it? Now 1 can be written as 1 to the power 5. So limit h tends to 1 h to the power 5 minus 1 to the power 5 by h minus 1. Now from the formula we know that it will be 5 into 1 to the power 5 minus 1. So it will give you 5, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Do you know this type of problem? Here if you put x equals to 0, then it will be in the form of 0 by 0 form. Okay. Denominator, numerator both will be 0 by 0. This is called 0 by 0 form. Now here I am taking h equals to x plus 1. So since x tends to 0, so h tends to 1. So limit h tends to 1, h to the power 5 minus 1 to the power 5 by h minus 1. Now using the formula, this is n a to the power n minus 1. Okay. Move on to the next one. The next problem, that is from set. A survey shows that 65% of the Indians, 65% of the Indians like apples, whereas 52% like oranges. 52% like oranges. Okay. What percentage of Indians like both apples and oranges? What percentage of Indians like both apples and oranges? Find it. A survey shows that 65% of the Indians, 65% of the Indians like apples, whereas 52% like oranges. What percentage of Indians like both apples and oranges? Let A set of Indians who like apples and B set of Indians who like the oranges. Okay. Now here n of A 65, n of B 52 and n of A union B, that is 100. You just find the n of A intersection B. Have you got it what I am saying? Take here, let A equals to set of Indians who like apple, and B equals to set of Indians who like oranges. Okay. Now I am erasing the board. So here n of A, that is 52, n of B, that is 65, and n of A union B, that is 100. Okay. 17, that is Anubhav is saying Jhilam. So we know that n of A union B, that is n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. So n of A intersection B, that is n of A union B 100. Okay. First of all, n of A 52, 52 plus n of B 65 minus n of A union B, that is 100. So 117 minus 100, so 17. That means 17% of Indian. Yes, both of you are correct. Therefore 17% of Indian. Therefore 17% of Indian like both apples and oranges. Okay. Have you got it? So that's all for today. We'll be back again with a new class. Till then, goodbye. And before leaving the class, you just type your name for taking the attendance. Thank you all of you for doing the class.